Hey guys, welcome to another informal tutorial. We have yet another Nurgle thing. We have so much Nurgle. So much Papa Nurgle. Go ahead, open your can. There we go. Justin's sitting behind me. He's trying to quietly open a soda can. That's like impossible. Alright, so we're going to Nurglify some of the top of this vehicle here. This time let's do some pustules. That's always fun. Pustules are cool, right? They're like an in thing. All right. So let's have them like right up here on the front. We'll like just jam up this area. This door doesn't ever have to open. You know, Plague Marines, don't come out of the top. All right. So we're just gonna take a big old glob of green stuff and we're gonna stick it down right here. And this is gonna be our sort of first thing here. Now, I've got these little 1/4-inch acrylic balls. You can buy them from a website called Taps Plastic. They're really pretty inexpensive. We buy big bags of them because some of the terrain that we're currently developing uses some of them. The new it's not Necron, but it's Necron. So we're going to take 3 of these little spheres and we're going to jam it in here. And I like working with stuff kind of like this because it allows you to keep that form. Like these will never change, and you can sculpt around them and they will retain that sort of bubbliness. So I'm gonna lay in a little bit more green stuff on top of them because we can't really sink them that far down in. I know this is looking kind of goofy right now, but once we get it spread out a little bit more, you'll see what I'm doing. All right. You have to trust me. And if you start working on something like this and you're like, oh my god, this is like the worst thing I've ever made in my life, you can always pull it right back off because this stuff is really, you know, in the end pretty easy to pull back off. Now, okay, I'm making them a lot. Give me no sass this time, green stuff. All right, so I'm gonna grab a couple more of these acrylic spheres here. Where's that other one? There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to push these guys in there. And to be honest, these might be a little on the large side for this particular effect. We're going to get them a little more spread out this time though, so maybe that'll help us out just a little bit. Okay. And a little on this side. Alright, so now we're going to take our clay shaper tool. We're just going to start pushing this stuff out. Push it out. Okay. Just kind of trying to blend this into the surrounding plastic. And if you want, you can even sort of grab areas and pull it out to make it look like it's sort of more organically growing as opposed to just being a fairly uniform blob. And also your tools are really, or your fingers are really great tools too for this type of stuff. For just general smoothing, you don't have to use any fancy tools. You can just, you know, wet your fingers and start smoothing the putty out manually. All right. Honestly, just looking at this now, like some of these kind of start to feel like eyes. You could easily have it some sort of like weird, you know, Nurgle-y eyes. You could do some sort of like toad eyes or something like that. And these don't have to be, you know, perfectly, blended in. You just sort of pull some of the green stuff up onto them a little bit. That can look really cool. You can get these little divots at the bottom. It kind of gives the indication of almost like a root system, like it's, I don't know, or veining some kind. If we can pull this up from the bottom, it's kind of an awkward angle to get this at. You can always go back in and sort of smooth some of this stuff out if you think that it's a little too much. I think it is a little too much at the bottom there. Okay, cool. Actually, it's a little too much sort of all around. It's starting to look like some sort of like weird sun thing, belly button weirdness. All right. Okay, so this is definitely something that you want to avoid. Yeah, use your fingers to smooth stuff out. I don't know if you can see it on camera here, but there's fingerprints in it. You definitely do not want any fingerprints. You want to just smooth out as much of those as you can. Okay, so we've got our basic form down here now. I think that's looking pretty cool. I want to sort of drag this into the corners. You just don't want any like rolled edges like this one here. I just think that that looks weird and not very organic. Like I feel like it kind of creeps out from the bottom and then the top spills over as it goes. That's just how I think. Alright, so we're going to switch over to our ball probe. This is essentially just a probe needle with a sphere on the end. We're going to keep our tools nice and wet so that the green stuff doesn't stick to them. And we're just going to start kind of poking in some texture here and there. We don't have to get this like super completely texturized. You can focus on certain areas like this and then sort of rub out the edges to make them blend a little bit more so that you can have something like really texturized out here in one area, and then next to it it just kind of fades back into a smooth sort of slick slimy skin. There we go. And the divots, you can see if you just tap it just a little bit, you're going to get little tiny pieces, and if you push real hard, you're going to get really deep divots. So just know that when you're working on that. Okay. It also gives you some variety. So with one tool, you can get lots of little variations and things. So, push down around one of the spheres here a little bit. Cool. So I'm thinking that's looking kind of cool. If you wanted to do, go the extra mile on this, you could make some tentacles coming out of here, like spraying out, like gripping the side of it or something like that. I'm not sure. Do they still have possessed vehicles in the current codex?
I'm pretty sure you can demon possess them, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because if your guys get in, there's a chance that the vehicle will eat them.
You gotta love chaos. Just for silly stuff like that. It's kind of orky in that respect.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So just trying to make sure that we don't have any areas that are just way open and don't have any real interesting texture going on here. I like getting it right around these orbs. I think that's pretty cool. And you can also kind of do this multi-layered, where you could take this ball probe and you could really push down in an area a lot, and you can kind of smooth that area out and then come back in maybe with the other end of this with just teeny tiny and really texturize the inside of that. I feel like when you do that on certain models, it makes it look like there's like a chunk ripped out of it, like a big monstrous creature. You can convert like a ripped part of the leg and then put green stuff in and do this texturing too, and it really makes it look like real dino battle damage. I don't know if you guys remember those Jurassic Park toys, but it always looked like the weird like raw meat on the inside with the bones and stuff. So you can get that kind of effect with this. Okay, so another quick and easy way to do this. If you guys have like BBs or ball bearings or anything like that, you could use those instead of the acrylic balls, and you get the exact same effect. Just vary up your sizes. If you've got some old skateboard bearings laying around busted, have all the bearings falling out of them, it's a great source for it. Or just go buy a pack of BBs at local superstore, whatever, or fishing weights even. You could do that. Just get the ones that aren't lead. Don't put lead on your models. That's not a real great idea. I think there's some that are I think they're all lead. Don't do that. Don't listen to me. Cool. Disclaimer done. Thanks for watching, guys. You can elaborate on this really easily with more tentacles or adding other regions on the tank like this. All kinds of other stuff. Add more texture, add less texture. It's really pretty tailorable to whatever kind of chaotic effect you're looking for. So thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook. Just look for Brush for Hire Studios. And you can also see what we're getting up to on our website, brushforhire.com, where you can find all of our terrain kits, our stencils, all kinds of other custom hobby tools, as well as getting a quote for a commission project. We will do everything from acquire models, assemble them, paint them, base them, and ship them to you anywhere in the world. So check us out and get a price. We're also running a special right now where you book a commission over a certain amount and we'll do a display board for you for free. So take a look, and until next time, happy wargaming.